Liverpool, Jota! Jota! Liverpool! Jota! Come on!
Yeah, let's just take the point away and
Still in Liverpool, man.
Liverpool, come on, guys!
Found Robertson. Robertson pulls it back. And goes. Goal!
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryan LFC. Back again, guys. Another top shelf video for you guys today. As you guys can see in the title and the thumbnail, it's all about Liverpool. We're going to speak about and probably Tottenham Spurs and dive in a little bit on Manchester United, Man City, but just a little bit. This is more about Liverpool. I'm going to say Liverpool, but people, make sure you guys smash the like button, share your thought down in the comment section. I have a special guest behind the scene. The first time I'm going to appear on the Ryan LFC. I really appreciate more coming in to share him thought on this Liverpool team. He's a neutral Inter Milan supporter, but I'm happy to have him here. Good evening, sir.
Man, this was intense intro, bro. I loved it. I was ready to go like go on a stream, like a watch along or something. The emotions in the games. This is phenomenal, Brian. This is phenomenal. I'm so happy to be here. For everybody watching, thank you so much for watching us. It's an honor to be here with Ryan. I met Ryan some months ago on the football terrace. He came in, he dominated the stream that time. Big personality and a big Liverpool supporter. Talks a lot of sense, but also with tons of banter in the same time. So love talking to him, Ryan. Love talking to him. I'm Mo. I support Inter, but I call myself a Premier League debater. I can debate anybody about the Premier League. I've been watching every single game of the Premier League for a while now. So I don't have a team in the Premier League, but I always go for the underdogs, which is at these years, it's kind of Liverpool, your club.
So Mo, why not support Liverpool though?
Well, I support Inter since 1998, so you can guess my age at that time. So, and that was before even the Premier League, because the first thing I opened my eyes on football was Italy, and then it was looking for Ronaldo, the phenomenon, R9, and looking for Baggio. And when club football started to come on TV regularly, it was only Serie A. So, and I like blue, and I like black and blue, so I supported Inter at that time. But you know, I don't have a team in the Premier League, and I like it. I love it, man. I'm very neutral. You will see opinions left and right. I don't have an agenda against anybody. Oh, sometimes I have agendas against some people, but not all the time. But I love just being a neutral fan. This is how I'm presented all the time. And I do a lot of Premier League shows on Never a Foul. If you check here, this channel, Never a Foul, it's our channel. We're close to 4K subscribers, and we do shows every day. I do a lot of Premier League shows, and it's just an honor to be here with Ryan. And I'm ready to talk Liverpool. Firmino is going to leave probably. Maybe not. We'll talk about it. I know that everybody is scared about Firmino leaving, but I'm going to let you take over, my friend.
Thank you very much, man. That was a good introduction, man. Appreciate it, man. And people, you guys can look out for see more on the channel, especially I want to bring Grizz for the Manchester United game, team cupish, and I think I like to talk. So when I host, I am not a very good host. I like to in the mix. I like people ask me the question. You understand? And I think you as a Inter Milan fans, and you don't have any bias, you know. I think I watch it on many show, and when he come on to direct the show to he's a very good host, and I love that. So you guys can look out for see more on the channel. All right. So Mo, my first question to you, um, what do you think about Liverpool signing? Three signing this season. Is it that enough for Liverpool?
Based on what I saw in the Community Shield, you actually you're good. You're gonna be okay with Jordan Henderson. The problem is, can he play 30 games? If Harvey Elliott is not fit to sub for him, can Jordan Henderson Levy give you the same energy that he gave you in the Community Shield for 30 games? I don't think so. I think you are maybe one signing from being a very, very, very up there, like maybe better than Man City in every place. Because if you have another midfielder, you're good to. Because I think Luis Diaz on the left, Jota can play on the left. Salah, we know Salah with no World Cup this year for Egypt. Salah will get the rest in the middle of the season, which is about a month. So he will come back fresh. Mane leaving, he has a World Cup, so forget about Mane. He made history with Liverpool, but he's now a Bayern Munich player. I think Firmino, I saw in the Community Shield what he can offer to this team, and I'm sure you're gonna ask me about what you saw that game. And I think Firmino still has a massive role to play in Liverpool. To be honest, he's not done, because I know a lot of people saying Firmino's done. I think he can give you 1 or 2 more seasons, but he has 1 year left. Just keep him on your books. He can sub for Nunez or actually start games, and Nunez can come in later. Diego Jota on the left. There's also Carvalho can play on the left. Harvey Elliott can play for Salah on the right side. And we think that Jurgen Klopp is actually convinced that Harvey Elliott is a winger now for some reason. He's just convinced that. I think your signings are good enough. You maybe need 1 more signing in the midfield. But if not everything goes according to plans, right? Like nobody has the perfect team. Even Man City, they thought they're going to sign Cucurella. It looks like Chelsea are going to snatch the deal from them. So I think your window is good enough. Having Nunez coming in, Carvalho coming back from Fulham is not bad. It's not bad at all. And I count Luis Diaz, to be honest, as a new signing. Coming in January, I count him. Now he's integrated. Mane's not there. I think he can start flourishing and be the magnificent player he was at Porto.
So you believe that Diaz is the ideal replacement for Mane? You believe that he's going to get 10-15 goal? Sadio Mane will normally give us that. You think he will get more goal? Because I see him as a more flair player, more direct. He's not direct, you know. I think we lost a direct player. Mane will be direct. I think Diaz, he will do a lot of fancy stuff on the ball and stuff, like naturally, because he's from Colombia. South American player, especially attacking player, always have a lot of flair and all of them stuff there. You think he will get the goal for Liverpool this season?
So that's the reason why you bought a true number 9. Because the goals that were coming from Mane and Salah should be replaced now with Salah and Nunez. Now, Diaz should provide more for Nunez. Back in the days, you used to have Firmino as a provider for Salah and Mane. And Firmino didn't get a lot of goals. So I think now maybe Diaz will get double-digit assists this season. This is what I'm thinking from him. Maybe like 12 to 15 assists. And he might not get 10 goals, but he might get 20 GA, which is going to be really, really good. Because Mane last year got, I think, something close to this. He didn't get a lot of assists. So I think you're not replacing the goals that Mane scored by Diaz. You're replacing him with Nunez, but also you're getting Diaz, who's very direct, and I think he can assist Nunez to get like maybe 20 goals or something.
Most definitely. So before Liverpool play Manchester City, right? A lot of people say, oh, Liverpool going to come third, they're going to come fourth, they didn't make enough signing. But I am a strong believer in Jurgen Klopp. He's a genius. And I don't know if some of the Liverpool fans don't learn, or other fans don't learn about Jurgen Klopp. Last season, we only make 1 signing. Oh, we're not going anywhere. We end up in 4 different competitions, 2 games away from making history. Right? I know Jurgen Klopp like to spend more time with player on the training pitch. And I believe that we have Elliott last season injured early. We didn't get to see much of Elliott. I think a fit Elliott this season, and we have Carvalho coming from Fulham. I think it's going to be great for Liverpool, but they are not big names, so people don't buy into them as yet. And a lot of people say we put in a lot of pressure, but I believe in Jurgen Klopp. He know what best for this Liverpool team.
But you remember Harvey Elliott in the beginning of the season? He was it.
Keeping
People
out
started comparing him to Foden and Trent. They're like, this is guy. Look, man, when I watched Harvey Elliott in the beginning before the unfortunate injury, I thought this guy is gonna be the next level Liverpool midfielder. I saw the flair, man, the vision, everything. Even though he's only, I'm sure he's 19 or 20. So for me, if he can get back to that level, I think he can actually start over Henderson. I know that Henderson gives the energy, but as you said, if Jurgen Klopp trusted Harvey Elliott to start the games in the beginning of last season, that means he saw something in that player. That means this guy knows what he's doing. We always trust. To be honest, Jurgen Klopp for me is someone sometimes. I know that season without Van Dijk was a struggle when you barely made fourth, but he always gets the best out of players. Salah, when he came from Roma, everybody thought Salah is a 10 goal a season, and then how many goals he scored? He scored 43, I think, or 44 in all competition that season. He got a tune out of Firmino that he made him one of the best false nines in that year. So Jurgen Klopp, Matip, someone who played for Schalke, came in and he turned Matip into this monster next to Van Dijk. Robertson from Hull City made him one of the best left backs in the world at the moment. So as you say, we trust Jurgen Klopp, and if he says the squad is enough, Liverpool fans should believe him. You know what? He didn't let you down. I know that people say he didn't win the league but also he didn't spend much, and he won the Champions League, he won the league, he won the both cups. I think you should trust, as you say, Ryan. You should trust Jurgen Klopp, because he knows where to get the winning team from, and he's putting it together. I thought Nunez would flop, to be honest, because I saw the touch, but then I saw how he used him second half in the Community Shield. And dude, Firmino starting was a genius move. Look at the difference. Haaland starting, he didn't connect. Firmino starting, tired the defense, and then Manchester City suddenly, second half, found themselves against a big number 9, was very direct. He passed the ball, went to the 18 to receive. He created the penalty, and even the goal, he got involved in it from the build-up play. I think this guy, Jurgen Klopp, might switch the way you guys play, but he will get the best out of the front three: Salah, Nunez, and Diaz. Also, we don't want to forget Firmino and Diego Jota. So big 5 forwards. I think you're good enough up top, and you trust Jurgen Klopp, as you said.
Most definitely, man. As a neutral, I like to hear that. You understand? So I'm happy to hear that. Just to process people. We have Jurgen Klopp long enough, and I don't know. I usually complain about Jurgen Klopp. Listen, I don't have time to stress me over myself over madness. You understand? He's at the training ground. He know him player. He know when he want to sign a player. So give him that benefit of the doubt. And the Nunez thing too. When I watch YouTube clippings of him, I say, wow, it seems like the next Andy Carroll will get in. I was worrying, man. And I said, let us see what he's going to do against City. And in first touch is not the greatest. In build-up play is not the greatest, but what he give different from the rest of Liverpool striker is that direct, that threat inside the 18-yard box, and he's very good at that. And we see him do it. Very good square by Rabbits and him latch on it. So I'm hoping that he can come good and score more goals like Luis Suarez. So hopefully.
No. You're comparing Luis Suarez to Nunez because they're both Uruguayans?
No, I'm saying hope he can come. No, I'm not comparing. No, I would never do that. Luis Suarez.
He's not. Okay, as of now, his touch he's a different style than Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez, man, used to dribble a couple of guys outside the 18, slot it with the right foot. Luis Suarez was magic, bro. He was freaking magic at Liverpool.
Yeah.
This guy is gonna get the
who do you say? Cavani or
kind of Cavani style, yes.
Cavani style?
I don't know, like He's a very, very Cavani style, like not flashy, doesn't have the flair, but maybe he knows where to be at one time, at what time.
That one of the greatest thing I love about him. When I watch goals he score, he always at the right place at the right time. And a good striker, people always say it's that's building in you to at the right place at the right time. That tell you that a good striker. You understand?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
definitely.
Is he gonna okay? Listen, 4 years now with Firmino being so flashy. Firmino is so freaking good, and the way you played relied so much on the wingers, right? Salah and Mane, and even when Diaz came in, it was always about the wingers. Now, is he good enough to take over? I don't think so. I'm honest with myself. I don't think he has a good touch. You'll need to change a lot of how you play to be able to accommodate for a big number 9 like him. It's gonna change. Is Salah gonna be okay with that change? Because everything we saw in the Community Shield, everything went through Salah. Salah ran the game from the first minute. Ran the game. Is Salah willing to compensate for a number? Because when you have a number 9, you gotta play to the strength of a number 9, like crosses, play him inside the box. Can Salah do that? I know that you said Jurgen Klopp, and I said we trust Jurgen Klopp, but it's gonna be a transition. But it looks like Jurgen Klopp already has a plan. He might not start Nunez every game. It might be Firmino, might be Jota, and Nunez coming in, easing him on the team. That's the difference between Haaland and him. I think Guardiola might just start Haaland right away. And is it going to work? I don't know.
Okay. Most definitely. All right. So we're talking about Roberto Firmino starting at Liverpool. So what role do you think he's going to play this season for Liverpool? Or Liverpool should sell him? Because going into last year of him contract, get 20 million for him, or you think we should keep him? What role you think Jurgen Klopp? Because Jurgen Klopp love him.
Listen, 20 million for a club like Liverpool is not a lot of money. I think based on what you have now and what I saw, you should never sell Firmino. And especially if you're going to sell him to a rival to my club, Juventus, you should never sell Firmino to Juventus. Okay? But for me, Firmino has a big role in the club. The reason why I say he has a big role in the club, because he's an integral part of the transition. You can't just remove the guy that used to play false 9 and create a lot of space for the wingers, and then suddenly you're playing without him. He will need to be there for some games. You might need him in some big games. Maybe not Nunez is going to stop, but I think Firmino, especially experience in the Champions League, in the latter stages of the competition. You remember the game against Inter? He came on, changed the game when you guys won 2-0. Without him, you were lost. Everything was done. Inter, we dominated that game. But when Roberto Firmino came, everything changed because he knows how to drop between the midfield and the defense in the opposition. And that's, I don't think anybody other than him in your club has this. And I don't think there's a lot of people in the world that are like this. Maybe Benzema is that, but Benzema scores. But Firmino, man, drops between the lines, create like a lot of headache for the other team. And I don't think nobody can replace him at the moment.
And talk about Roberto Firmino, Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane give him a lot of praises. If it wasn't for Roberto Firmino, they probably won't be that great because he's willing to pass the ball to give them. He's not a selfish player. So for both player praising Roberto Firmino, they know what he contributes to this Liverpool team. And as bad as thing, I think Bobby Firmino kind of lost a little bit of yard space. Of course, why not? Because he's been in Jurgen Klopp system. But I am happy. I appreciate player like Roberto Firmino in this Liverpool team. So for me, we should keep him. We definitely should keep him.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You should never sell a player to Juventus, especially a good player like Firmino. You should never do that.
But Juventus is very smart targeting player when 1 year leave and their contract and all of them stuff there.
I promise you something. If he runs out of contract next year, it will be Juventus also sign him.
Yeah.
But you should not, because the role that Roberto Firmino plays, as you said, he sacrifices a lot for the people around him. People don't realize that sometimes. People just don't realize this. But it is a very integral thing to do for the team, to be honest. Having a forward that is willing to drop deep, let the wingers take his spot, go right, go left, help in defense. It's not a lot of forwards in the world that will have that, especially. And this guy is big, man. He won the Premier League, he won the Champions League. He's not just a small player.
Most definitely more. But let's talk about Diego Jota, a player that always not the most flashy player, but score a lot of goal, signing a long-term contract at Liverpool till 2027. That's great. Where do you see him in this Liverpool team? Because when he's talking about Liverpool best front three, Diego Jota not getting it. But what Diego Jota do all the time is getting goal and stuff. Do you think this Liverpool fan base appreciate Jota enough?
Listen, how many goals Diego Jota scored last year?
In play over 20, him score over 20 odd goal and play over 50. Henderson play the more game than him. So him is the second. So him play over 50 game for Liverpool last season.
Diego Jota, man, is kind of a guy that can come in from the left, can play a number 9, can come in from the right. He is one of these guys. I love Diego Jota because he's under the radar. I know that Liverpool fans, every time I talk to them, they like hate him because he doesn't get involved in the build-up play. His touch is not immense. He loses the ball a lot, but because he tries a lot, and that's why he scores a lot of goals. Diego Jota is a guy that bailed you out. He bailed you out in a lot of games. By the way,
a lot of games, especially last season, especially cup run.
Yeah, man. I think Diego Jota, and you know what? The ability. Diego Jota might be better than Nunez in terms of ability, right? But Nunez is bigger. I think Diego Jota will definitely play 30 to 35 games this year. And maybe it will still give you like 15 goals or something. Diego Jota, man, is someone, is a great to have off the bench, but also if he starts, he guarantees you a goal. Most of the games that he starts, he guarantees you a goal, to be honest. He comes off the bench, maybe get an assist here and there. But for me, Diego Jota, the way he plays, he's very quick, right? And for his body, a great header of the ball, right? Like a great header. Always puts the right header, always gets in the end of crossing. So I think he's a very, very good player. But like, listen, man. Someone to get 21 goals in this Liverpool team is not easy. Even if you play 55 games, it's not easy, right? But he came off the bench a lot of times. And I think he's a very, very good player to have off the bench, because who's better that you can have off the bench? I don't think anybody. Who can come to Liverpool and score 21 goals? Not a lot of people in the Premier League, to be honest.
True. That's a great number. And previous Liverpool, Balotelli don't score so much. Ricky Lambert don't score so much. So it's hard, especially in this Liverpool team. So if you score 20 goals, big up to Diego Jota, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, especially that semi-final against Arsenal at the Emirates. You know, I appreciate the Diego Jota. But let's move on.
I remember the goal from the near post. Isn't he the one who scored the goal in the near post?
Yeah, in that yellow kit. Pam, turn.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember that one too. But my next question to you: should Liverpool try different formation, like a 4-2-3-1, 4-5-2, or you think we should try something different? Or it's working for us? Not.
Let's be real, okay? Mm-hmm. What's your biggest strength in this Liverpool team? The two fullbacks.
Yeah.
That's the biggest strength of this Liverpool team. Robertson and Trent. Do you know what's the best thing that Liverpool does? Not a lot of teams do. Even Man City don't do that. Both fullbacks can afford to be sometimes very high on the field. Very, very high. You know why you have that? Because you have 3 midfielders. Because you have Thiago covering Robertson, and at the same time Jordan Henderson covering right. If anybody plays football, if you have played football before, you would know one thing. There is no defensive midfielder that can cover both fullbacks. You can't do that, especially in a team that crosses a lot. Because when you cross a lot and the goal goes to the other side, I don't think you can have someone who cover this. And people are saying it should be Thiago and Fabinho and having Carvalho as number 10, right? That's what they say. It's what they want. You can do that with 2 fullbacks advancing. You have to have 1 fullback. Kyle Walker always stay in the back when Cancelo go up, always, especially when they have a number 10. But when they play three in the midfield, because Jordan Henderson covers Trent all the time, because Liverpool wants the ball as fast as they can when they lose it, and Thiago is very underrated in tackling. He covers the left side for Robertson. If you do this 4-2-3-1, one of the fullbacks that has to stay in the back if the attack is from one side. And I don't think Jurgen Klopp wants that. He wants both fullbacks to go. I don't think it's gonna work. And you know what? If it's not broken, don't fix it. So it's not broken.
I understand that. I understand, but what about the 3-5-2? Because Trent and Robertson would get similar role to go forward.
Who's gonna be the two forwards?
Nunez and
Are you gonna sacrifice Luis Diaz with the flair? I don't think so.
yeah, but even Diaz can play off it. I don't know. Diaz
I don't think it will work.
Eh?
I don't think it will work because of one thing. If you do 3-5-2, you need number one. Trent is not fast.
Yeah.
He's not fast. People need to understand this. Trent is a technical player with a brain and technical player. He leads the game with his brain, not with his feet, not fast. To play wing backs, you need two Robertson to be able to go up and recover quick. People don't understand that when you play three in the back, the three center backs, when one of them go forward, you have two only left. So the other side has to, because I support Inter and we play three. When one of the center back go up with the wing backs, the other fullback has to recover quick. It's very hard if you don't have very quick full
Center
back. wing backs, two wing backs. And also Matip is quick. He's quick. Konate is so quick. Van Dijk is quick, but again, the wing back strength is not quick. And also, why do you want to play 3-5-2? I don't get it. Why Liverpool fans are obsessed with changing the formation? Because you lost the league with 1 point?
No, because they probably want to. Jurgen Klopp not thinking about people nullify and know how Liverpool play. The problem Liverpool fans, speaking a lot of them when I'm stream, they just want to see something change. That's we have a plan. They don't think Jurgen Klopp have a plan B, and that's ridiculous.
He has a plan B now, which is a number 9 that can be occupy the 18. That's plan B. You didn't have that for the longest time. You didn't. When was the last time you had a big number 9? Even Origi. You remember Origi used to come off the bench and be the number 9, but Origi is not a big number 9. Nunez is a true number 9 that will be the guy in the poacher in the 18. And I think this is plan B, you know, like maybe you take one of the midfielders out, you put Firmino behind Nunez, or you put Jota behind Nunez, and now you have two weapons in the 18. I think this is your plan B. It doesn't have to be changed the whole formation from the beginning, because you smother team. You put the teams under pressure from the first minute. And now you have a number 9 that every time Trent crosses, he might score every time, right?
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's move on to the next one. Virgil van Dijk has played a ton of game for Liverpool, and if it wasn't for that injury that Pickford gave him copy 2 years, a year ago or so, this man haven't missed a lot of game. But Jurgen Klopp, he probably missed 1 or 2 games. But when you even look at Van Dijk when he play, he don't look like him sweat a lot. He don't look like him do a lot though. You understand? So do you believe that Klopp should trust in more? Because sometimes I think Van Dijk should get a little bit of rest, because we have no chance.
No, he shouldn't.
Yeah?
No, he shouldn't. I'll tell you why. Maybe against a very small team, but the thing about Van Dijk is that I have not seen a center back in my lifetime that lead the game like Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Never. What I mean lead the game, can make his midfielders better, can make the other center back better. If I play next to Van Dijk, I'll be good.
Everybody play side him look good.
Exactly. But that's not just his ability on the ball. It's the way he reads the game. That's why you don't see Van Dijk running a lot. But
I'm not
probably he
him
comes.
up on the ground. Me never see him dip on the ground and all of them stuff there.
He's like couple of steps left, couple of steps right. He's in the right position. He is a very, very calm defender. Maybe that's why he doesn't need rest, because he doesn't run a lot. I like to see his stats about how much running he does in the game. I can look this up later. But if without Van Dijk, you might not be able to control the ball as much. Because who are you gonna play? Konate and Matip, both of them need a leader next to them. Gomez, he's declining since the injury. Who else? You have to have Van Dijk in the back, because nobody else will lead the defense.
So where do you?
Van Dijk is so good, Ryan. Van Dijk is so good. You have no idea. Like, he is so good to the point that when he plays, sometimes it's like game over for other teams. It's like you can't do anything with this guy. It is so hard to play against him, and it's very, very hard to play against someone who knows where to stand, what to do most of the time.
So I watch a few interviews with Eva Allen, and they ask him a question: who's the toughest defender you play against? Van Dijk. I see an interview with Jesus. Van Dijk. Ray Ferdinand asked me if him sweat or him say even if the forward them come, they more go out to the next centre back. People afraid to approach him. That why that respect. Lose the backer.
He's not, he's not even. It's not about. He's not Rio Ferdinand aggressive. He's not Vidic aggressive. He's not John Terry. He's not Rudiger. That the thing is, before you even think about going face to face with him, he's already got the ball. He already covered. I know that people make fun of him about the goal in the Champions League and how he defended. But if you watch the big picture, he was trying to anticipate the pass to someone who was running. I think it was Carvalho running next to coming from the out, doing the overlap.
Yeah.
It's just, he is good. And I haven't seen, you know what? Liverpool would not be the Liverpool we see now if it was not for Van Dijk. Jurgen Klopp relies so much on Van Dijk being on the field to just have that domination on the game. It's so hard to find a defender like him these days.
So where you rank him in Premier League of all time? Defender.
The problem is he hasn't won a lot. In ability, so listen to me. In ability, I have not seen a center back like this before. He's not as aggressive as Vidic, Rio Ferdinand, John Terry, even the other. You remember Carvalho from Chelsea?
Yeah.
But the thing about the way I see it, he's one of the best defenders I've seen in my life play. And I watched Maldini play, and I watched Nesta and Cannavaro. Nesta used to read the game that well as well. Nesta was so good in reading where the game is going to go. But the problem is, you can't ignore the fact that Rio Ferdinand won that many Premier Leagues and won 2 Champions League. You can't ignore 1 Champions League, sorry. You can't ignore that. And that's a big deal. So abilities, maybe he's the best, but in terms of ranking him to be amongst the best, you can't. There are way more people before him. John Terry's before him. Premier Leagues, Champions League. It's people more than John Terry, more than before Van Dijk. And you can understand it's not only about stats. These people led their teams to win. You know what I mean? But ability, because ability-wise, you can have Neymar, one of the best players we watched play football, right? But did he achieve as much as other players that won a lot? Like, has he achieved more than Benzema? No, he hasn't. There are players with abilities, and Van Dijk has abilities, but to rank him, I can't rank him because he hasn't won a lot of Premier Leagues. He just won Premier League and 1 Champions League is not enough. Sergio Ramos has won a lot, but in the Premier League, there are more players before him. A lot of players, by the way.
Fair enough. And I'm under.
You see what I'm coming from?
Yeah,
he has abilities, but the problem is Liverpool came in an era where Man City was there. Like, imagine if Man City was not there, probably would have won 5 Premier Leagues, and then it's luck, man. He's just unlucky.
Yeah. It's so funny when you go back. Like, me really tired. I'm really sick and tired of coming second behind Manchester City. You know? And if it wasn't for them, as you said, man, would I win more? Because we come out 2 seconds behind Manchester City by pints. You know?
Yeah, man. It's very hard. I know how hard is it for Liverpool fans. Like this Man City team is ruthless, right? Like it's just
Yeah, but when you look at it still more, when you look at the stats for the last 3 years, they lost more games than Liverpool.
But they won the league 3 times, right?
Yeah.
It's unbelievable because it's a machine, man. It's a system. It's a machine.
Yeah, that's a question for you more before we move on to the rest of the topic.
Yes, Van Dijk, no questions.
Van Dijk.
No, in this day and age, no question. Yeah. Today is no question. He's the best center back.
Definitely, I agree.
There is no one better than him. Like I'm like it's just unbelievable. Now there's nobody better than him.
Is it because when you look at Rio Ferdinand and all of these top, they play against Suarez, they play against
Messi,
Bergkamp, Drogba. Is it fair? Because when you look at the Premier League, the striking force is not up there like 2008, 2009, 2010. We have more.
Even before that, I remember there was Drogba, Thierry Henry, Van Nistelrooy in the same season, and Van Persie or something. This is too much, right?
Yeah, for real. Definitely. But all right, let's move on. I think we're talking enough for Liverpool. What? Let's say less than 20 minutes to finish it. So, how do you feel about as an outsider looking in? What do you think Tottenham Spurs should the rest of team in the Premier League worried about this Tottenham Spurs team or?
Yes,
because
of Conte. The guy, you remember Chelsea when they won the league in 16-17 and he came in and he had no wing backs. He had a left back of Alonso and he had Victor Moses, and he said he started the season, I think they played 4 games, they lost 2 and won 2. And then he said, enough of this 4 in the back. I'm switching to my plan. And they won 13 games on the bounce. Yeah. And for me, I've never seen a coach that can transform a club that fast, that quickly. It was him, man. It's just this guy can turn dust into a glass gem, into like a something big. This guy is so good. I have full faith in him. I'm not a Spurs supporter, but I like the guy. It's why people call me a Spurs supporter, but because this guy won me the league. You know, like you would always love Jurgen Klopp. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
I like Antonio Conte. He came to Inter, broke Juventus dominance, and we had Ashley Young as a wingback at some point. So that's how bad it was. And we won the league. So this year Antonio Conte, man, it's not easy to deal with. But if he has his team playing, everybody should be scared. Everyone. He's not gonna win the league, though. He's not gonna win the league, but he's definitely gonna create headache. He's gonna create a lot of waves around him. He might push. He might push Liverpool and City, to be honest, a little bit, push them up because he's gonna pressure them. It's like Chelsea did. You remember Chelsea in the beginning of last season when they were like there and thereabout? People were scared, right?
Yeah.
I think Antonio Conte might do the same. And also, let's not forget about Arsenal, to be honest. They had a great preseason. And Gabriel Jesus is coming in like running, man. He hit the ground running. He's great with them. If he can replicate that in the league, they are in for a top 4 finish.
Most definitely. So top 4. So third?
Spurs.
Third,
Spurs. 4th, Arsenal.
Okay. So we think about Arsenal because I don't know. It seems like Arsenal are winning the league based on Arsenal supporters.
Yes. I actually yesterday on Never a Foul, I actually made a wild thing that Arsenal will come 3rd.
Yeah.
And I had Arsenal supporter in the comments saying that it's City, Arsenal, and then Liverpool. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Why are we talking about Liverpool dropping to third after we watched the Community Shield? But anyway, Arsenal, man, if they get a midfielder, Ryan, they will be hard. If they get Tielemans from Leicester, it will create a better team for them. Oh my God. Because Arteta has a plan and it's working. And the problem with them is they don't have depth. On the wingers, they don't have depth. It's only Martinelli and Saka. But for me, Arteta's cookie. Look at their game against Chelsea. First minute, boom, boom, boom. They know what they're doing, man. They know what they're doing. And against Sevilla, you know Man City and Liverpool when they play, you know the plan. And they go to the game and they execute that plan no matter what. I feel that Arsenal might do the same. Arsenal and Spurs as well.
Yeah, but as you say about the strength and depth for Arsenal team, but they're playing in the Europa League the Thursday, Sunday, and they're going to need depth, especially in the wide area, and that can cause problem for them.
Maybe they give up the Europa League. Maybe they think, forget the Europa League, we'll just play the Premier League. If they finish fourth and they go to the Champions League, it's a big deal for the club. They haven't been in the Champions League for a while now, and they need to be in the Champions League for the sake of the project and for the sake of keeping someone like Saka.
That's true. But
do you think he's gonna wait forever if they don't make Champions League?
Yeah,
he's not gonna wait forever.
I think this season they should make Champions League. If not, the City going to come, because I strongly believe that Manchester City, we're going to go over to Manchester City.
Not Liverpool.
No, we're going to go over to Manchester City after we talk about Arsenal. But I think Arsenal need to make top four for keep some of their young top talent, because Liverpool and City start sniff around as soon as possible if they don't make moves in the Champions League. But before we move to City, Kante, why you think Kante don't do well in Champions League though?
He's not a club competitor. He doesn't read the games. He doesn't know how to read the game inside the game. He is a very systematic coach. He has a system. They play that system against all teams. It doesn't matter who. And that's the problem. It's in club competitions. In knockout competitions like Champions League and cup competitions, you have to be able to read the game. You know who's one of the best coaches in the history in that? Is Carlo Ancelotti. But do you know how many leagues Carlo Ancelotti won?
5.
Only 5 in more than 20 years, coaching one of the best Milan squads we have seen, right? PSG, Real Madrid, he didn't win the league. He won the Champions League, he didn't win the league. Some coaches are very good in reading a knockout game, like a one-off game, but some coaches can create a system that will work against 16 to 17 teams. Antonio Conte is the same as Guardiola. He can create a system that will work against 16 teams out of the 19-year phase. That's why they're good in the leagues. But by the way, Pep in the cup competitions, I don't think he reads the game well. If something changed in the game, he doesn't know what to do to fix the game, to twist the narrative inside the game and make his team win. That's what I believe. But Jurgen Klopp, Pep is the best coach in the world in creating a system that will win you maybe like 25 or 30 games out of 38. He's the best coach in the history to do this. Nobody got better than him in this. But in cup competition, it's different. You'll need to halftime make a change of your system completely. Jurgen Klopp maybe doesn't create the best system, but he's good. You know, Jurgen Klopp has like 8 in creating a system and 8 in reading the game. Carlo Ancelotti is 10 in cup competition, but 6. Pep creates the best system, but doesn't read the game. That's why sometimes you feel like City choke, right? Inside the games. It's just because he doesn't read the game well. He overthinks the games in the cup competitions because it's not the same system.
Bro, now like here, Reggie, why I feel like when you captivate my mind like I'm in school.
What?
You captivate my mind like I'm in school. Like you're
What?
lecturing me.
I am not lecturing you. I'm just telling you what I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying like it captivate my mind. Like, you know, I'm learning. I feel like I'm in the classroom and you're teaching me. Right? Yeah, that's how I feel.
Is that a good or a bad thing then?
It's a good thing, man. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. People hit the like button. Come on, show some love and respect. Big up to all of the people I'm doing in the comment section. My brother, listen. I speak about what I want to speak about on my channel. I make 1,000 video about the Reggae Boyz, talking about building the system. I'm doing what I love. I'm enjoying the most. I don't enjoy the Jamaican Premier League. I play in the Jamaican Premier League, but God know, bro. Like to talk about the football, it make me sleep. Until we can get it up to speed, I'm gonna speak at this many times. Over 500 video. Go check it. All right, my brother. Thank you very much for coming, though. Although you don't like the Premier League, but yeah, big up to all of the people them that are coming.
You know, I get the same comments. Can you guess where I'm from?
Egypt.
Yes, I am from Egypt because of Mo. So I get a lot of comments and a lot of text messages and a lot of like people talk to me. Why don't you talk about the Egyptian League? The Egyptian League is big in Africa. We have one of the biggest clubs in the world, Al Ahly. But it's just different. I just can't. I follow a lot of European football and I don't live in Egypt. So it's hard. You live in Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
It is hard when you live in Canada to follow the Jamaican League. It's just hard, right?
And it's enough information is not there for me to. You
To
understand?
analyze, talk about them. Yes, there's
Even
not a
when
lot of.
we're making Jamaica works, with the transfer and all of these stuff, and people don't understand. I make over 600 video talk about the Reggae Boys and the Reggae Girls, under 17, under 20. Come on, bro. I'm doing something what I love and enjoy. I tell people all the time. When I'm doing a Jamaican video, I have 300, 400, 1,000, 800 people watching me. I'm fine when I have 7 people watching me, 28 people, 6 people watching me, because I'm doing something what I love. All right? So I hope you understand. I love Liverpool, bro. Like I love.
How many years have you been a Liverpool supporter?
I've been supporting Liverpool from 2006.
Wow, that's a long time, bro. That's a long time.
Yeah, a lot of heartbreak and stuff, you know. That's I'm enjoying the moment now, you know.
Yes, you should, because it goes ups and down. A lot of young fans don't understand this, by the way. A lot of young fans don't know that.
Bro, I always hang out with more older guys and all of them stuff there. And they always ask me, yo, like I am the only man in youngest youth in the bunch supporting Liverpool. And they usually say Liverpool and all of these stuff, and you know, but it never discouraged me from supporting my team because I love Liverpool. Steven Gerrard made me love Liverpool. So you know what I mean? But people understand. We are doing something that we love. You understand?
Yeah.
And I love Liverpool and I love the Premier League. You understand? But I can count how much game I miss in the Premier League.
Do you watch all the games? Every game?
Most of the top 6 games them.
Okay. I watch all the games. I try to watch all the games. Like Burnley play in Newcastle, I watch that. Burnley play Southampton, I watch that. It's kind of scary the way it's just I can't miss a game in the Premier League. I don't.
Yeah.
It helps that it's in the morning here in America, because I play a lot of football at night. I still play highest level amateur, and it is just
which position you play more? Which position you play?
I play now, because I'm older. I play number 6 in the midfield.
Number 6. Okay, I'm a goalkeeper too.
Yeah. I have today a final 5-a-side, one of the toughest 5-a-side leagues. I'm playing against Arturo Alvarez team, who just retired from the Dynamo. He played 50 caps for Salvador.
Yeah. So you're playing against a beast tonight.
Yeah, he's a top.
I
He's
see
not
you.
like,
I see you're really upset with this. Inter Milan your team, but I see your team playing Inter Milan jersey.
no, it's only me, but we wear blue because I chose blue for them.
Okay. Loving the house, man. Loving the house.
Oh, no, Wade Nelson is saying he's a Liverpool supporter from 1986. Big up, my friend. Big
Wow.
up for this, man. Big up,
Bro,
for this,
and
man.
he's always Nels is always here too, man. Always, no matter how stream I'm doing, him always been here supporting the thing. So I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. But all right, let's get back to the thing because we have less than 10 minutes to close off. All right. So Manchester City, what do you think they're going to do this season? Because it seems like the system going to change. Losing key player, especially Jesus and Raheem Sterling. That's 40 goals for City, you know.
So listen, man. Jesus and Raheem Sterling last year, they were not essential. They weren't. But let me tell you the difference. Do you know in 2010, Zlatan Ibrahimovic went from Inter in 2009, went from Inter to Barcelona, and one of the biggest transfers. It was 45 million plus Samuel Eto'o. Zlatan Ibrahimovic scored loads of goals, but then he sat on the bench because Guardiola said, I don't like it. It hurts the system. Yes, you're scoring goals, but you're hurting. He was, for him, he wanted to play a certain system. From what I saw in the Community Shield, the number 9 that Haaland is, the guy that stays up, is different than the number 9 that Aguero used to be inside the field, like gets the ball in the midfield, drop, get involved with David Silva. You remember that? People say, but they had a number 9. Aguero is a number 9, but he's so technical that he used to get involved with them in the midfield. Number 9 now, Erling Haaland, does not get involved in the build-up play, and that's a big problem. That's why against Liverpool, I thought Liverpool were in top most of the game because they had one less. They're not used to have that Haaland guy. They're used to have a big number 9 that doesn't get involved. I know that the plan is to move the ball to the side and cross to Haaland and Haaland tap-ins and stuff like this. But what about Manchester City always have the ball, right? They have the ball because they have one extra in the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how Guardiola will integrate Haaland, but that's the Jurgen Klopp in the game started Firmino. He didn't try anything new. It's the same lineup, same starting lineup, same way of playing. Only thing, remove Mane, put Luis Diaz. Done. Same everything. But Haaland playing, I saw Kevin De Bruyne coming together with Jack Grealish and Haaland. Nobody knew where to go because it looks like they will need more time together to gel. Maybe Haaland will get 20 goals this year, Ryan. But is he going to hurt the system, the way they play, the way they dominate the game, especially against big teams, especially against a team like Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham, Arsenal, even Man United? Are they going to be able to control the game as much as they used to do? That is the question that needs to be asked to Pep. Is Haaland the guy that will work hard and get the ball in the middle and get involved? There is a reason why Kevin De Bruyne played false 9 for them, right? There is a reason why Foden played false 9 for them last year. It's because they want to dominate the game from first minute to the last minute. So Haaland might score goals, but they might not have the same system. However, one last thing, Pep Guardiola always figures it out. He always makes it work, right? Like as you much trust Jurgen Klopp, I have a full trust in Pep Guardiola. I'm not a Man City fan, but I think the guy's a genius in terms of making the system work, controlling the games in the league, especially. So I'm really indifferent, but I think as of now, Haaland might hurt the way they play. He might score goals, but he will take goals and position from the rest of the team. This is what I think. So it needs a little bit of time.
Okay. So you talk about Zlatan scoring a lot of goal and Pep Guardiola at Barcelona and he bench him. Same hurt in the system. Do you believe in some big game Alan will find himself on the bench? You think
Yes.
Pep will do that?
Yes. I believe that push comes to shove, if Haaland, listen, Haaland is not bigger than Zlatan in 2009, right? Like he wasn't. This was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This was Zlatan, the big guy, right?
Big Zlat.
And he complained, but Guardiola, I'm not sure if it was because Messi or no, but I think Pep Guardiola learned. And if it doesn't work for Haaland, he might bench him. Why not? Listen, nobody is bigger than Pep Guardiola in Man City. It's the whole club revolves around Pep. Doesn't revolve around De Bruyne. Liverpool revolves around Van Dijk, Salah. The players are as big as Klopp, right? But Man City, nobody is in the same level as Pep. No one. He can get rid of anyone. And this is why I'm saying, if Haaland doesn't work, he might bench him. Why not? Commercial-wise, they have these people have a lot of money, oil money. They don't need anything.
Okay. Fair enough, man. Let's quickly move on. Chelsea, Man United. Just wrap it up in a one, because I don't want to keep you over an hour.
Okay.
Waiting. Both
Chelsea,
of them.
if they don't get another attacker or another defender, they might finish 5th. Man United, they're shit at the moment. Even though I think Ten Hag is a very good coach, but you know what? You bring a good coach and you have him work with Fred and McTominay in the midfield, Luke Shaw on the left, and Diego Dallo on the. It's not gonna work. But maybe he's a genius to the point that he will make it work. But on paper, Man United are gonna finish 6th, if not even drop. If they don't get De Jong and they don't solve this Ronaldo dilemma, they might finish even outside. I know that yesterday on Never Foul, a lot of people like Cass, my co-host, said that he's not having it, that they're gonna finish about outside the top 6. You'll be surprised. Sometimes the ball just drops, and then they might find themselves struggling big time this season if they don't back up the coach. To be honest, they have to back him up.
Fair enough. I think them going to in problem, especially Cristiano Ronaldo. I think one of the worst thing to happen to Tenga to still have Cristiano at the club.
Yeah,
I think they should just cut loss, get rid of him. But the thing is at Man United, they don't have a plan, man.
they don't. But it looks like Ten Hag has a plan, because he came yesterday and said he's not ready. Cristiano. So publicly. And Cristiano publicly is looking for a club. So.
Oh, he said, So who are going to get Cristiano now? Rap 2 minutes. Inter Milan? Who did take him over Inter?
Inter, man. We're still struggling with the market, the money, but I think at the moment we have the best team in Serie A. And to be honest, if we had Lukaku last year when we played y'all, that game, we would have won the game, the first game.
Yeah.
We were dominated.
2 games.
We dominated the game. We dominated the game. That first game, we dominated the game.
Yeah. You should have win at your home.
Where?
The first game when Liverpool and Inter play, Inter should have win that one. I think
but we didn't have fun. No, we shouldn't have won it because
the
we didn't
second
have
game
good
we
forward.
should have win.
We didn't have a good forward. If we had Lukaku, we might have won that game. But remember, we're the only team that won at Anfield last season. The only team.
Beat we. Give a hot Bob Marley. But people, here we have it, people. 1 hour short and spice with more. It's a pleasure more to have you. I'm telling you, bro, man, it captured my mind, bro. Like, I learned so much from you today. You understand? And sometimes it's good to have a neutral, ask a few of the things and all of them things that you learn. I'm still learning, you understand? So it's a pleasure to have you. People,
It's an honor, man. It's an honor to be
people
here.
they can find him.
I love them, man. I love them, man.
Yeah. Tell the people where they on Insta Twitter more.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, it's at moment_Ali7. Never a foul. Just give us a subscription if you're interested in Premier League. It's a neutral channel. We don't support any club, so give us a follow. And if you're interested in Serie A, it's Inter Worldwide. You'll find us on YouTube as well. I do a lot of watch-alongs. I do a lot of Serie A work there. So give us a like, give us a follow, and don't forget to like this video if you're on the way out.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it more. I'm going to jump on a next video because I have a second channel. People them in Jamaica love me, man. I have some exclusive to go drop right now. And I have 200 subscribers going to build it up. For the year, I'm going to get 1,000 by the time for the year.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
All right. Thank you more, man. Peace out, man.
Thank you, everybody.
for
Thank
watching,
you,
man.
man. Thank you.
Yeah. People, I'm going to leave you guys my favorite moment. Best football game of all time. Nothing to top this. And more, I hope you sit back, relax, grab a popcorn, and enjoy the greatest game of all time. Look at this, people. Wait this.
Can Jurgen's men rise against every obstacle in front of them tonight? Still Henderson, safe by the goalkeeper, and in by Divock Origi. And Liverpool have scored early. And Mane's in the middle, there's not much else to aim for. Now there is, it's in! It's Gini Wijnaldum for Liverpool! He's caught in a beauty! Wijnaldum! Oh my goodness gracious me! The unthinkable! The unbelievable! Liverpool are level from 3 down against Barcelona! The raw emotion of what's going on in this game. Early goal, Origi! Liverpool he's coming in! What a piece of quick thinking from Trent Alexander-Arnold! And Divock Origi has 2, and Liverpool have 4, and they are on the precipice of the greatest night of European champions.
Never let you down, guys. Never let you down, man. Best moment. Every time I watch a game, the more I cry. You know, that was a fantastic game. Yeah. But people, peace.
I'll say this directly to Man United fans. Just lower your expectations, man. You're not a decent club anymore. You're not going to challenge for the title. Just be happy. Just embrace that. It's not the despair. It's the hope that kills you. So look at Arsenal. They have no hope. Their fans are having a lovely time.
They're happy as Larry, aren't they?
They're having a gorgeous time. United fans, just give up hope. You will enjoy it far more.